me. She came out with her first fall look, I think, the beginning of September, and I really liked the makeup, and I went out and actually bought this lipstick because it reminded me of that video. And I was getting ready to go to a wedding some time ago, and her video was the look that I had in mind when I did this one. So it is Jaclyn Hill inspired fall look, and I really like the way that it came out. It's definitely not going to look like hers because this is, you know, she's a professional makeup artist and I'm not. So this is my version of it, and this is what I can do with the look that she did, and that's what this is. So I would like to apologize for the length of this video because before I had edited it, it's already like 45 minutes long, and I hope that it's not going to be that long when I finish editing it, but who knows. So if it's super long, I'm really sorry. Please stick with it, and if you get too bored, just fast forward a little bit and see what happens next. And I think that's all I have to say. So just if you want to see how I got this look, stick around, keep watching, and I'll show you how it's done. Okay. Right now I have on no makeup, so I'm going to get started with the tutorial. First of all, I want to let you know, if you see anything in the bottom of the camera, it is probably just the things that I have scattered out on this little desk here, and I apologize if it's in the way, but I don't have any other options. This is the only room that I have to film, and I'm having to use my iPhone camera because I don't really have a real one. So I'm just going to get started, and I hope that you can see everything, and I'll try to explain as well as I can to make sure that you understand what's going on. The first thing that I'm going to do is put on a primer. I don't normally put on primer at all, but I wanted to put it on for this tutorial just so that I can do all the steps. And this is going to be the Hard Candy Color Correcting Primer. I haven't used it. I think this is the first primer that I've ever tried, so I don't really know a lot about primers in general. It seems to do the job. I apologize if I go off the camera range because I'm leaning into this mirror, but when I take my glasses off, I can't see up close. And I will try to make sure that I look into the camera and explain everything really well. Okay. I also keep Kleenex handy so that I can wipe everything off, and I usually make a mess at least once, so I have to be able to wipe that off. The next thing I'm going to do is put on my foundation, which is a CoverGirl True Blend makeup, and this is in the color Ivory. It's the lightest shade that they have, and the funny thing is that I have tried several different foundation colors, and I always choose the lightest color, and it's always too dark. This is the first color that I have found in the lightest shade that actually matched my skin tone. And I just use one pump on the back of my hand, and that usually will cover my whole face. And I'm going to use my Sigma F80 brush. The reason I use this brush is because it really spreads the makeup out really well. I don't have it in here. The e.l.f. company makes a flat top kabuki brush as well, but theirs is less dense and it doesn't seem to spread the makeup evenly, so this one I like a lot better. And I take a very small dab and dot it on and just start blending. I also need to apologize if you notice any streakiness when I'm finished, because I don't normally do my makeup in here, and I'm really not very good at it anyway. I always get a streak of makeup on my glasses when I'm doing this. I used to take my glasses off, but my foundation never came out even because I couldn't see what I was doing. So I started wearing them again, and I can usually get around my glasses pretty well, and then I'll just take them off when I get to an area that I can't reach. Like back in behind here, I'll usually take them off and keep blending down there. But I don't ever, even if I don't fill that spot in, I don't ever notice a difference in color. So sometimes I don't even mess with that area. Other people can probably see it and I don't notice it, and they probably think I look stupid. But I'm still learning, so I'm just gonna look stupid for a while. I think the next thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and do my brows real quick, because I can do that with my glasses on before I get started on my eyes. So I know that a lot of people usually shape their brows and do a lot of fancy stuff, and I wish that I could do that, but I'm not at that level yet. So all I do is take this is in the color Taupe. It's a brow and eyeliner pencil, but you could probably use any pencil that you find that's in the color that will match your shade. And this is by the Wet n Wild brand. And so I will just streak this on and then blend it out with this brow wand. And this is an e.l.f. wand. I try to get it a little darker than I want the end color to look, because when I blend it out, it pulls some of the makeup off of my eyebrow anyway, so I will lose some color. And using that wand through the eyebrows will usually comb them down anyway, so I don't ever worry about trying to comb them. I really only want some color up there so that it looks like I have eyebrows, because they're blonde and sometimes they don't look like they're there at all. This just kind of blends it out so it doesn't look streaky. And then usually one will come out darker than the other. I think that will work for now, if you can tell the difference. Sometimes I put on makeup and I feel like you can't even tell the difference between the before and after. That's all I do with my brows. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is get started on the eye makeup, which is going to be the most fun part of it. Okay, I cannot do a winged eyeliner at all, so I wanted some eyeliner on top for this look. So what I did was I just did not really a tight line, but I just did a line of eyeliner on the top lash. Okay, this is the CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus. It's like a cream eyeliner. It's in black, 200. This is really nice and creamy. I used to use a regular liquid eyeliner, and this was just, I don't really know why I switched, because I was really good at putting that one on. But this one just seemed easier and it was creamier, and the other one stayed in place more, and this one you can kind of move around if you want to blend it out or make a smoky eye or anything like that. So I'm just gonna line the top of my eyelashes as best I can without making a mess. Okay, I apologize for the change in screens and all of that. My iPhone ran out of space for recording, so I switched to my iPad, and the camera is recording from farther away than before, and now it's going to be even harder to see the detail that I'm trying to show you. So I'll try to explain it as best I can, and I'll try to show you as best I can. I had already finished the last video left off where I was doing my eyeliner, and I already finished my eyeliner before I noticed it stopped recording. So I'll explain to you, well, I'll just tell you that it took me a few minutes to get work done anyway, so that's okay that we missed that part. And I'll explain to you what I've done. I've already started doing my eyeshadows and started talking to you about that, so I will repeat everything. I'm doing an e.l.f. palette. It's kind of like a nudes palette, and I got this from a Big Lots store, so it's probably discontinued now. I got it around Christmas time. The colors that I'm going to be using today are going to be this brown and this pink color. And then if I can do a highlight, I'm going to go in with this top color and do a highlight with that. So I had already put down, the first thing I did was a base color, and I used the pink color for that. I already did that on both eyes. I used an e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush. And the reason I used, this is kind of a big fluffy brush, the reason I used it was so that I could get more coverage quicker. And for the crease, With that pink color, I just put it all over my eye, the lid and everything. And then I went in with this brown color for the crease. I used this brush, which is an e.l.f. Professional Eye Blending Brush. And I wanted to show you the difference between the two. This one is a lot more precise, and this one is not. This one is not. This one is precise. And I wanted to make sure that I could get in the crease and not go too far out, so I wanted this one instead. So I used this one in the crease. I picked up some color, dotted it in the crease, and then went back and forth in the crease, and then, you know, until it blended out. So I'm finished with that. I'm going to go ahead and start on the lid now. So the eyeshadow that I'm using is an e.l.f. Long Lasting Lustrous Eyeshadow. It looks like this, and this is the inside. It's kind of like a creamy based eyeshadow, but I don't know if you would actually consider it a cream eyeshadow because I'm not really sure what those are. So I'm fixing to go in with this on the lid, and I'll show you that part. But for now, I'll show you what I already have done, and I'm going to have to get up. Okay. I've already got an eyeliner on the top and the bottom lash line. That's what that looks like. I have the pink base color on and the brown in the crease. I don't know if this is the right angle. I have the brown in the crease, and I don't know if you can tell the difference or the contrast in the colors. I can see it a little bit. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera. And so that's what I've done. Now I'm going to go in and do the lid. I usually just use my finger for this. It's creamy. I wish I had actually bought a new brush to try out for this, but haven't used it yet. I just use my finger because I'm afraid that all of the brushes that I have will not apply it to the eyelid as well as I can with my finger, so I just use that and I just pat it on all over till it's nice and bold. Okay, this is the gold color on the eye, and I hope all of the other colors look nice together, especially through the camera. That's what I've done to the eyes. Now I'm just going to put on mascara. I'm going to use the Maybelline Colossal Volume Express. It's in the yellow tube. And I usually try to get as many coats on as I can so that they look nice and thick and full. If I only do one light coat, it doesn't do enough. It doesn't look like I'm really wearing any. I usually do one light coat and then I'll let that dry and then I'll go back and do more. Sometimes I'll finish putting on other makeup and then go back and do the final coats at the end. And I was going to try to use this highlight on this one on the underneath the brow bone. I don't think it's going to look very good, but I'll try it out. I'm going to use this e.l.f. Professional Concealer Brush. It's tiny and it's flat. And I've actually been using it lately to highlight my inner corners on my eyes, which I forgot to do as well. But, and that usually works really well as a highlight for the inner corner. It's not showing up to me. Probably because I'm not doing it right. While we're on the subject, does anybody else have that problem? Half the time I'll put makeup on and I feel like it's not showing up on my face at all. I don't know if it's the brush that I'm using, or if it's just I'm doing it wrong, or what. But if you have that trouble, you should comment below and let me know about it, and then maybe we can share tips together. Sorry about the dogs barking. They walked out of the room, so they're going to probably go a little nuts. You probably can't see it at all. I put it just under the eyebrow. Okay, I'm going to do an under eye concealer because I feel like I didn't really get any foundation on there at all, and I have a little bit of a dark circle under each eye. I'm just going to do 2 dots. I'm not going to try to do the whole triangle highlight today because I actually haven't found a good concealer that's bright enough that will actually highlight. So every time I put it on under there, it just disappears with it just blends right in with my foundation, and you can't tell that I did it, so I don't want to do the work. I can't see the difference. And you just want to pat this in. I did just wipe it back and forth, but you're not supposed to wipe it back and forth because you can really just drag it right back off. There's that, if you can see it. It covered them up a little bit. I forgot to show you the inner corner highlights. I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to use the same brush that I just had, professional concealer brush. And I'm going to use an eyeshadow by Maybelline. It's called, I had trouble finding the name of this the last time that I looked at it. Vanilla. This actually shows up really well on the inner corner. I don't know if it's the quality of the makeup or maybe I've got a good brush to use. Okay, this is the inner corner highlight. I hope that you can see it because I feel like it's showing up pretty well. Okay, now I'm going to go in with bronzer. And I'm not really good at doing bronzer yet either, so every time I do it, I try the best I can, and it comes out okay. It doesn't look too awful, but if it looks bad to you, that's why, because I'm really not that good at it yet, and you might be a little bit more advanced than I am. So I'll show you how I do it, and I'm going to use an e.l.f. HD lifting concealer. It says it's in the shade light, but it's pretty dark for me. Like I said, I always have trouble. All of the light shades are always too dark for me. So this is another one that's too dark. And I'm gonna go ahead and do bronzer. I'm gonna use it as a bronzer though. I used it as a bronzer once, and I liked it better as a bronzer than some of the bronzer powders that I have bought. So normally I do a streak, but I've noticed that that's too much of a line. So today, which is different, I've never done it this way, I'm going to do 3 dots here, here, and here. Then I'm going to take my brush, which I'm going to use this one today. This is a brush that I bought last night. It's the e.l.f. Angled Blush Brush, but it's very similar to the Sigma F84. The only difference is this one's obviously a lot fatter, and this brush is a lot denser, so the bristles don't move around too much. This one, these bristles move a little bit more, but that's what I'm looking for today because this one applies it too directly, and I'm not good at it yet, so I need something that's going to go a little easy. So I'm going to use this one, but I have not tried this brush out either. So here we go. I'm going to do one near the ear, one in the middle, one towards the middle. I can't tell if I'm coming down too far on that sometimes, but that is the correct way to do it. You want to go from the top of the ear and angle it down towards the corner of the mouth. And then, like I said, I was going to do this, and then blend it out. Sometimes it shows up, sometimes it doesn't. And when it shows up, I worry that it's too dark, and when it doesn't show up, I'm mad because I can't see it there. I'm going to leave it like that for now. Hopefully you can see a difference. I put it right here, I believe, and hopefully you can see the difference between that darkness and this light and this light. Perfect, we're still filming. Okay. Now I'm going to do blush. And oh my gosh, this might as well be sponsored by e.l.f. because here is another e.l.f. product. This is going to be the blush palette. I think it may be new, I'm not sure. They have a light palette and a dark palette, and this one is going to be the dark palette. I can never open it. Ah. Okay. I'm going to edit that part out because that took like 2 minutes to open. Okay, this is what that looks like. I'm holding it upside down. So, I thought this was a really neat palette because this color here has some shimmer in it. And I think that's really pretty. But today, I like to use the dark ones, but the last time I used the dark ones, I think these are really well pigmented because they showed up really nicely on my face. So today I'm going to do this light shade, just to play it safe. I'm going to use, I brought this one in here for that. This is a brush by Target. I think it's a blush brush. It's by the Up and Up brand. It's a nice little brush. So I just barely dab that. There's the blush. I don't know if you can see it. Probably The last thing I'm going to do, almost last, is going to be a highlight, and this is the NYX Illuminator, something or other, and it's in Ritualistic. Ritualistic. It looks like this. And this is the first highlight that I've bought. I've bought a few. This is the first one that I've bought that appeared on my face. I'm going to put this on the top of the blush, which is going to be the tops, all along the cheekbone, right above the, right in the apple of your cheek. And on the chin, because you can go down the center of your face with it, so you can go down the bridge of the nose, down the center of the chin, you can put it right here above the lip, and you can put it on the forehead, kind of like this. I forgot to mention, for all of you people who really know what you're doing with your makeup, I purposefully did not put bronzer up here. The reason is because my bangs hide this side of my face, and there's enough hair over here that when I put it on, can't really tell it's there anyway, so I don't even put it on. And then I just chose not to put it down here because I don't always put it down there. But you can, those of you who don't know, do your bronzer the way I showed you, like this. And then you also want to bring it up if your face is going to be exposed. You don't want a blank face up here and a warm face down here. So you're going to want to take it along the hairline, on both sides of the forehead. I think you can do it right here in the center, but I'm not for sure. But I know that you can do it down these sides. And then you can take it along the jawline, but not across the chin. Take it along the jawline and wear it like that. There's that. If you can see it. Okay. I'm going to do my last coat of mascara and lips. Alright, for my lips, I usually always use chapstick underneath because almost any lipstick dries my lips out, and I feel more comfortable with the chapstick underneath. Plus it allows me to smack my lips together and move the lipstick around on my lips a little bit more smoothly when I have that on. Today I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use this lip primer that I bought. It's by NYX, and it is supposed to make your lipstick last longer. It's supposed to prevent it from feathering. And I think it did that the first time that I wore it. And then the lipstick that I'm going to use is NYX High Voltage Lipstick in the color Wine and Dine. There it is. It's beautiful. I always lick my lips before I put on lipstick, but that never works. This is a very balmy feeling lipstick. It feels very smooth and velvety when you put it on. Okay, that's it. That's the look. This is the lipstick. This is the final look. And that's it. And this is a makeup look that I wore to a wedding recently, and it turned out really pretty. And I really like this look, and I'm so excited about it. And I hope that you enjoyed it too. And thank you so much for watching. Please come back and watch more videos. I think I'm going to try to keep doing makeup tutorials, at least a few more, but I'm going to try to do a little bit of a variety on some stuff. So please come back and watch, and thanks for watching today, and please click like if you enjoyed this video. Please comment if you enjoyed. I want to be able to keep in touch and see, find out what you like and what you don't like, so please keep in touch. And thanks so much for watching. Bye!